Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicole Concilio and welcome to the video, y'all. What do you guys think of my new little backdrop items? I know you can see the cord on this puppy right here. I'm sorry. I thought it was battery operated. You guys. It has been a very long time since I've sat down and filmed a first impressions makeup tutorial, testing out new products, and there is like a lot of things that are new that have come out, especially concealers. I feel like concealers are like, every brand is like, here are some new concealers. So today we're gonna be testing out new makeup, talking about life. I actually asked you guys on Instagram and Twitter if you have any questions for me. Nothing's off limits and it doesn't have to be makeup related, so I thought it would be cute to do like testing new makeup and talking about some tea. As most of you know, and I'm sorry to mention this in every video, I feel like I have to, and I kind of want to. So if you don't want to hear about my voice struggles, skip through the next like minute or two. I'm dealing with a cyst on my vocal cords. We think it's a polyp. We're not exactly sure what it is because my vocal cords are so inflamed that it's actually really hard to diagnose what I have. But the good news is that it's not cancerous. It doesn't look cancerous. That's what I was like most afraid of. I'm doing vocal therapy, and that's also why I'm being a bit more soft-spoken in my videos. So I want to reiterate that there is nothing wrong. I am just trying to salvage what's left of my voice, and let's get into testing new makeup. I'm excited, and I'm also excited to answer some questions for you guys, so let's get on into it. We're gonna first start off with the Milk Makeup Vegan Moisturizer. I haven't tried this yet, but I know it's been like everywhere. Opening her up for the first time, and Milk actually has some great skincare products. I want to get into more of their skincare products because I do feel like they're a bit more affordable than some of the skincare brands that I like to use. This is vegan and I really love the component it comes in, so let's try this. I have had reactions to Milk makeup in the past. Their makeup though, I've never had a reaction to their skincare or their highlighter that I love. Like, it's mainly their foundations that I have problems with, or like their powder. So I don't know why. It's kind of weird to me. Oh, this feels so nice. So we'll give this a minute and we'll do my brows to see how my skin feels, because if my skin starts to burn, you best believe I'm taking this shit off. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and my face feels great. Normally, like, my reactions happen very fast. I'm a very fast, like, reactive person. It feels great. My face feels super moisturized. Ew. Okay, let's get into brows. So Maybelline just came out with new products. This is the Brow Fast Sculpt, and you guys know I'm all about a fast sculpting brow these days. So I have two shades here. I have black brown and medium brown. I'll probably do medium brown first. Also, you guys, I cleaned my brushes, and while I was cleaning my brushes, I threw out one of my favorite eyebrow pencils. So I'm gonna have to go buy a new one. I also get into this mindset where I'm like, throw it out, throw it all out. Like, I'm like very impatient with that kind of stuff. So I'm like still so amazed by this brow lamination. It's like the best thing I've ever done. Alrighty, so let's try this. My hands are so greasy. I mean, come the hell on. It's called Mascara Gel, and it has like a very flat side and then like a bristly side. I'll actually zoom you guys on in so you can get a better look. Y'all are all up in my fotch. So as I was saying, one end has like a flat side and then the other end has like the pointy side. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like I need a darker color. This is the black brown, especially because my hair is so dark, Yeah, this is a way better color for my brow hairs. Oh, the flat side is good for where it's sparse. I feel like it almost like created strokes on its own. That looks kind of good. I love the messy brow vibes. That's like my go-to lately. So now that this brow looks dry, let's do this one. I'm swiping everything upward. You know what? I'm actually pretty impressed with this so far. It doesn't feel like too much product either. Sometimes I feel like that can happen with brow gels, like where it's like almost clumpy and you're like, oh God, crunchy, clumpy, all the worst things for a brow. Also, my right brow is usually my good one, but today it's deciding to be a little bitch. And they also have a clear brow gel, but I'm actually gonna use for the first time ever, by the way, and I know that this isn't a new product, but it's a new product for me. I'm gonna use the Colourpop brow pencil to kind of fill in a little bit of the sparseness of my right brow. So this is the Colourpop brow pencil in Brow Boss. Oh, okay, wait a second. We do have some crunchy brows, but when you brush it out, it's not that bad, but that was crunchy. All right, well, it's crunchy, so there's that. If I brush my brow hairs down, there's like a weird part of the product that clumped there and will not come off. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna have to rethink that. But let's go in with these Colourpop brows and see how it is. Ooh, I like this brow pencil. It's very pigmented. Colourpop be coming for all the makeup brands these days. It definitely is a lot more crunchier than I thought, the Maybelline brow product. But it's not like awful, but so if you're like not into crunchy brows, I don't think this is gonna work good for you. Okay, so I'd rather recommend the Colourpop Brow Boss than the Maybelline. Like if I had to pick between the two. I do have a discount code for Colourpop. It's NICOL at the checkout. I do receive a slight commission. You guys get a discount, so it's a win-win for both of us. I am gonna use this Maybelline brow gel though, just to see like how the brow gel sets, because I'm very interested in that. Okay. Let's move on to our eyes. The only eyeshadow that has come out recently, besides like, you know, Colourpop comes out with a new eyeshadow every 2 weeks, is the Urban Decay Wired palette. And this kind of reminds me of their electric palette back in the day. I thought that this palette was really cool because it's colorful. Urban Decay does a great job with colorful palettes. Also, I've been telling you guys I really wanted to experiment more with color and just kind of get out of my comfort zone, even though like my favorite type of makeup to do is definitely soft glam. However, I gotta do a little homage for my colorful followers out there. You know, I really do like the fact that it has for face, body, and eye, and then this is for face and body. So like you could even use this as a blush. You could use this for like Halloween tutorials, stuff like that. This will be a good eyeshadow palette to like play around with. I think I want to do something with the greens and the blues like right here because I haven't played around with that color scheme on my channel in a very long time. The thing that I'm a little bit like kind of like worried about is, does this mean you can't use this for the eye because it says only face and body? Because like I do feel like I could do a pretty orangey look. Does that mean it's just could possibly stain your eye? Like is it a pressed pigment? Don't really know what that means. Let's go ahead and use one of my favorite makeup base primers. This is the P.Louise Mitchell collaboration. This is in the shade Blank Canvas. And bitch, I am so excited to play around with my new cleaned brushes. So I'm going in with my Colourpop E4 brush and I'm just gonna pat this all over the eye. And like seriously, you guys do not need a lot. Like you saw how little I put on my eye and it literally covers the entire eye. All right, while I'm doing this, let's look up some questions. Do you and Riley plan on marrying one day? So Riley and I have definitely talked about marriage. We definitely both feel like we are each other's soulmates. We both are definitely on the same page of like wanting to be together forever and wanting to get married one day. So yeah, so I'm gonna first go in with the shade Glitch and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. And I'm using my Colourpop E2 brush to do so. Let's look at some more questions. Ooh, do you wanna have kids? I have a very controversial answer to that. Do you guys feel like that white showed up? I'm not seeing it like at all. Well, white shadows are kind of hard in general, but it definitely did brighten. So as far as kids go, like, I think so, but I'm also not really sure because right now I am not mature enough to take care of a child, like of another life. I am just very happy with where my life is right now. Like, I'm not trying to rush to have kids. I think kids is a very big topic and shouldn't be taken lightly. Not every woman in the world wants to have a kid, and that's okay too. Like, and I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying that. So let's take the shade Jolt, and we are going to use that as a transition shade since it's like a light green color. I haven't worn green eyeshadow in a really long time, so. Hello? Are you there, greenie? Okay, I'm going to dunk in and not tap off my brush. That's better, but definitely not as vibrant as I would like. I know some of you guys, whenever I make like the argument about vibrancy, you're like, not everybody wants vibrancy. I get that, but like for me, when I'm going in with color, I want color. Even when the color swatches, it's not that great, huh? So that's like 5 swatches. This is 4 layers blended out. There was actually a question I really liked on Twitter. I favorited it. Are you happy with where you are in your life right now? And can we expect any new projects, collabs from you in 2020? I was just having a conversation with my life coach and with Riley and talking about how I feel like I'm extremely happy in my personal life, which I realize is a privilege. Like, not everybody has that privilege, but I feel a little bit unfulfilled in my work life. And when I say that, I mean, like, I feel just a little bit stuck with my voice. I feel like I'm having to put my health a lot first, and that's not something that I'm very used to. And I also feel like, you know, like, I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. It's been a little bit difficult to grow on social media these days. You know, Instagram hasn't made it easier, but I am growing a lot on TikTok and I am growing on YouTube, so at least that makes me feel happy. But I realize that I'm incredibly lucky to be, and listen, I've worked my ass off, so I do feel like I am very happy with where I am, and I know a lot of people would kill to be where I am, so I'm not saying that I'm not grateful. There's just so much more I want to do with my career and my life in general. I'm kind of finding that balance, that transition right now to do that. Like, you know, I started my second YouTube channel. I hope that that can take off, and, you know, I hope you guys like that. But that was such a good question. And as far as collabs go, I don't really have anything in the works right now, but that can change in the blink of an eye. You know, it's still Q1 in the beauty world and in my career and all that stuff. There definitely is some energy I've put out there, and my agency has reached out to brands, like, you know, just stuff like that. So you never know where the future can bring, but definitely the coolest thing I've done, I would say, in the last 2 years of my career was being able to do the House Labs campaign. Hands down. I'm gonna use a really tiny brush. This is the Morphe M456. We're gonna go in with the shade Fluorescent, and I'm gonna use that in the crease. Doesn't even show up. Like, what are these colors? Again, not dusting off the pigment. If this was advertised as like a pastel palette, sure, absolutely. But this is an Urban Decay palette. Like, I've literally gone over this shade 5 times. In today's day and age, with how pigmented palettes can be, that's not good. Guys, I'm not even dusting off the pigment. I feel like it's barely there. This is my 5th layer. What the hell? If this is like a palette that is supposed to like replace the electric palette, no way. Just based off of the 2 colors I'm using and blending out and the amount of times I've had to go over the same color is ridiculous. I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with this right now. It is so hot in my beauty room. I'm taking my pants off. Whoa! Pants off. This is such a great question. What is something you would change in the beauty community? You know, I think I spent a lot of time in my video where I talked about like advice for up and coming influencers. I think the one thing that I'm really missing in that video is just how other influencers, content creators are in general. I wish everybody realized that there's room for all of us. For all of us. I wish people were way more supportive. I wish there wasn't cliques. I wish people would just relax. Like, I think we all kind of get in our mind and we all kind of are like uncomfortable with certain things. But I also do feel like there's a big majority that isn't supportive. That is like the biggest change I would make. Let me do my eyeshadow or this video is gonna be like 40 minutes long. I'm going in with Chaos now. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I really want to try to deepen up this crease. You guys, look at how dark this eyeshadow is. This is like a cobalt blue. Look at the way it's showing up on my eyes. Look at how it pays off on my finger, okay? That's nothing. Like, yeah, I guess it blends into nothing. That's why swatches don't tell you. Like, if I'm gonna sit down and do color, honey, I want color. And I also feel like I'm having a very difficult time blending this. Looks like crap. Like, even as a consumer, I'm disappointed. Let's go in with the shade Current, and I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. It's a shimmer shade. Like, it should be vibrant. It doesn't even look shimmery. But yeah, getting back to the beauty community, I wish I didn't feel so isolated at times. I wish people supported more people and like actually said thank you for supporting them. I read a tweet from Jackie Aina the other day, and I felt like, ooh, that hit. She had said, you can't expect you from people. And damn, is she right. I feel like sometimes I go out of my way to be kind, nice, supported, and it's not reciprocated back to me. And I'm not doing it for it to be reciprocated back. Like, that's just who I am as a person. And I like to be supportive and I like to do that. But sometimes the beauty world can feel so lonely. And that's just the harsh truth. And I just wish people were not like that. Like, I would love to be able to go to an event without feeling like my stomach is gonna turn, you know? It's just the harsh reality of it. Like, a lot of other people feel the way that I feel. Trust me. It is not just me. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do to just to make this blend a little bit better, I'm gonna take the shade Current, that shimmery shade, and push it into the crease a little bit more with this E21 brush from Colourpop. I hate this makeup look so much with a burning passion. I'm gonna try to fix this off camera, but I can tell you right now, this is definitely not something that I would recommend, even based off the colors that I've used. I haven't been this disappointed in an eyeshadow palette in a very long time. Honestly, I feel like this is as good as we're gonna get it, so I'm just gonna move on before this entire video is me trying to blend out this eyeshadow. I'm gonna probably cover it up with a nice big wing. So, Maybelline has come out with a new winged liner. This is called the Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner. This is what it looks like. Again, it's a brush tip, so it's really precise, so let's see how it works. Ooh, Maybelline. This is great. And it's matte too. You know how some liquid liners, like they have that shiny film? It doesn't have that. This might be my new favorite drugstore liner. Okay. Okay, so we are winged out. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty mascara. Okay, so the next question is, what would you tell your younger self? You're not fat. Stop thinking you're fat. And none of those bitches in high school matter. I've always struggled with thinking that I was fat. I had anorexia before. I had it when I was the ages between like 20 and kind of like 22. 22 is when I was really weaning out of it. I do not have a very healthy relationship with food still to this day. And I think me being anorexic is why I get so bloated all the time. There was like a good year and a half where all I would eat was like one English muffin and one Oreo. Like, I literally was sick. I never admitted it to anyone. Eating disorders run in my family. It's something that my mom struggled with, and it's definitely something that me and my sister have struggled with. I would be like, oh my God, I ate too much today. I need to go run. Like, I would run constantly. And that's also another reason why I don't really like to run nowadays, besides the fact that I do have a heart condition. And I also think that's why, like, my hair is so brittle, like my nails are so brittle, like it kind of just is what it is. Like, my relationship with food is not the greatest, but I'm working on it, you know, and I'm not anorexic anymore, but that doesn't mean I don't have those thoughts, like, you know? So I think just reminding myself that, like, I'm beautiful and, like, stop giving into the pressures of social media. Like, my mind is so messed up, even more now than it used to be about social media, because, like, I've gained a little bit of weight, and I don't think it's, like, horrible. Like, I don't think I'm fat by any means, and I don't think I'm, like, overweight, but I definitely have gained gained weight, and I'm not happy about that for sure. I'm also 27 years old. I cannot eat the way I used to eat, so breaking those eating habits is a lot for me too, because like I could live off pizza and pasta and bread and cheese and bread and cheese and bread and cheese and bread and cheese and tater tots. Moving on to lashes, because we need to get a nice big old lash to cover this up. So these are Baddie B Lashes in the style Saucy. Do you ever feel pressure from your subscribers to not be yourself? Absolutely. I think because I'm like in a transition phase, you know, like a lot of you guys were taken back in my Jaclyn Hill video, and I get it, like reviewing the Morphe palette. A lot of you guys thought I was being negative. You thought there was something wrong with me. I'm just trying to take reviewing a bit more serious, because it's something that I used to not take seriously, and I had a huge wake-up call from Here for the Tea, who I've now become like really good friends with, and I really love her, and she keeps me in check and gives me amazing advice, and she's also got some great product recommendations. A lot of you guys are used to the Nicole bouncing off the walls, and when I'm a bit more calm in videos and a bit more like down to earth and my real self, people automatically think that there's something wrong. Like, it bothers me a little bit, because I'm like, just because I'm being normal doesn't mean that there's something wrong. But I know for years I've painted myself as this like one-woman show, so it's gonna take y'all a little bit to get used to the new me and how I want to be perceived. And also, like, I cannot be bouncing off the walls and screaming in my videos because of my voice and because I want to save my voice. So I think like there's a little bit of pressure from that, like me worrying that you guys aren't gonna like me because I'm not bouncing off the walls and because I'm being a bit more soft-spoken. And like at the end of the day, no matter what I do, it's always to be better, not only for myself but for you guys. I am such an open book, and I've been so candid about anxiety and when things are bothering me and when stuff is wrong. I will tell you when things are wrong. I guess I was just upset because I'm like, oh my god, I'm trying so hard to just be more down to earth, more real, more raw with you guys, taking product reviews more seriously because I want my credibility to be better. Like, so there definitely is a little bit of an internal battle going on inside my mind, but I know you guys love me, and I just have to trust that no matter what, you'll always love me. I think it's good for people to evolve and to change and to get more mature. I'm always gonna try my best to make my personality shine through, but just know that like I am trying my hardest to be myself and still make you guys happy, but also take care of my voice. I'm gonna apply the other lash off camera, but I love these lashes. They're in the style Saucy from Baddie B. I have a discount code with them. It's Nicole, same shindig. I get a little commission. You guys get a discount, so thank you in advance if you use my code. Oh my god, you guys, you know how I was telling you I had a migraine and had too much coffee? I just had to order myself a burger because I felt like I was like this, and then I got the sweats and my scalp was sweating and then everything was sweating, and I was like, I'm gonna eat a burger while I do this, if that's okay. So, for primer, we're gonna go in with the Glam Glow. Oh no, it's mattifying. Super Mattify 6 Acid Clarifying Primer. I personally love when skincare companies do primers. I think I've gravitated a bit more towards that, but since this is mattifying, I'm actually gonna put on the Tatcha Serum Stick ahead of time, and I'm gonna put it on the spots where I'm super dry. Also, shout out to Riley for putting this in the cap while it was pushed up all the way. Thanks, honey. I'm just gonna blend that with my fingers. This is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna, oh! For a primer that looks like this, it's actually very liquidy. Put it on my hands. Oh, it smells outstanding. And just do the outside of my face, because I don't wanna put too much mattifying things on the areas where I'm dry. Glam Glow is a great skincare company, and I really love their masks. The next question is, do you smoke weed? Yes. I don't use it like recreationally. I actually use it for my anxiety. Obviously, do it responsibly, do it in the states that are legal, do it of age. I'm not trying to promote anything here, but it has saved me when it comes to my anxiety, and like has just taught me to like be calm. I am an avid supporter of it, and I feel like if you're gonna do something that is legal and that is literally clinically proven to help with anxiety, depression, cancer, like all those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's better than drinking, personally. It is what it is. One of these days, I want to do a lit makeup tutorial, but I got to figure out how to do it. And I know that there are still a lot of states that aren't legalizing it. I know a lot of people have strong opinions on it, but just a reminder, I do it for my anxiety. I do it because it makes me finally feel zen and relaxed, and I meditate a lot when I do it. And also, it's legal where I live. So get off my back. Moving on to foundation. Let's take a bite. I want to try out these new Makeup Forever reboots. This is light to medium coverage, and this is a new foundation from them. I literally just unboxed this yesterday. It brightens, smooth, firms, hydrates, and evens out. It's illuminating. It's great for dry skin. That's what the claims are. So I want to put that to the test. I have shade wide 13. Nicole Learn How to Read Numbers Challenge. Also, I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm like mixing up numbers a lot. I don't know what that is about. So I have shade Y315 and Y225. I'm gonna go with Y225 because it's winter and I'm a lot lighter. Ooh, someone wants to know what kind of heart condition I have. Since this is light to medium coverage, I'm going to apply it with a foundation brush. Oh my God, these Milk Makeup foundation brushes are everything. Everything, everything, everything and more. Like they're so good. And I'm just pumping this out on the back of my hand. That's probably a bit too much, but I'm too much in general, so it matches. I'm just gonna apply it all over first and then blend it out with the brush. I have mitral valve prolapse and tachycardia. They also mentioned like a while ago that I had a circuit issue, but that seems to have gone away, or maybe I was misdiagnosed. But it took doctors a very long time to figure out what was wrong with me. And if you look up mitral valve prolapse, it's very common in women that have scoliosis, and I do have scoliosis. And it also says online that it's not a big thing to worry about. However, mine was a big thing to worry about, of course, because I'm just so lucky with all my medical issues. You know what actually pissed me off the other day was I'm a medical disaster. I have asthma, I have scoliosis, I have heart disease, I have vocal nodule cysts, I have migraines, I have anxiety, like clinically diagnosed, so I am a medical nightmare. And sometimes I like talking about it with you guys because I know there are so many other people out there that have these medical conditions. I want y'all to know, even someone like me suffers from medical conditions. And I also have a lot of food allergies. So I had posted the other day on Twitter that a photo of me with a huge reaction going on my throat and my neck and my face, like I was having a food allergy. And I asked my Twitter, hey y'all, does this look like a food allergy? I got some of the nastiest responses, God, Nicole, there's always something wrong with you. Twitter is not a doctor, bop. And a lot of the times, I talk about my medical issues because I know I'm not the only person out there that is constantly struggling. My anxiety makes me sick to my stomach sometimes. I literally have so many medical issues going on. Wow, this is gorgeous, actually. But that just really pissed me off the other day. And I also feel like my tolerance, which isn't a good thing, but my tolerance for internet trolls and just internet assholes in general is getting very low. That's why I always feel the need to over explain myself, because if I don't, I'm gonna get a troll or an a-hole or someone that says, oh, what's wrong with her voice? She sounds like she smokes 7 cigarettes a day. No, I have a medical condition in my throat that's actually serious, and stop making fun of it. Are you still thinking about adopting a kitty? If you followed along with me for Vlogmas, just gonna add another layer, I tried to foster / rescue another Chihuahua, and that was incredibly difficult for me. I felt like it was another financial worry for me. I'm trying to be smart. I own a home now. I have a mortgage. And so I told myself I wasn't going to get any new animals until A, I could financially feel comfortable enough to afford it, and B, it's gotta be an animal that fits. I really would love to have a kitty. I fell in love with Riley's family kitty when we went to Seattle recently, and I was like, kitty girl, I was obsessed. But I also realized not all cats are gonna be like her, so Mo and Junie are more than enough for Riley and I to handle right now. So let's move on to concealer. So I'm actually gonna try out the new Dior Forever Skin Correct concealers. I know that this is a little bit bougie, but you guys know I'm obsessed with the Dior Forever line. Like, this is one of my go-to foundations. I have it permanently on my desk. I'm gonna go in with the shade 2.5, and I'm gonna just put a little bit down. It's not as bright as I would like, but we're gonna use a lighter shade to brighten. Just gonna do that for right now. This shade is 1. It's definitely too light for me, so that's why I'm doing a mixture of the two. I'm gonna go in with the Tati sponge to blend this out. First impression on the concealer is it's got nice coverage. It feels very creamy. Definitely like first impression of how it feels. Feels nice. I'm gonna set with my favorite. This is the Cover FX Translucent Powder, and I'm going in with my Morphe E48 brush, and I'm gonna blend out any creasing that may have formed and just go right on in and set. Oh my god, my brushes feel so nice now that they're cleaned. I need to do that more often. Honestly, you guys, I think I may have waited a year to wash my brushes, but don't tell anyone. And you know what I have to say? I'm actually pretty impressed with this Makeup Forever foundation, because anything that's like light to medium coverage, I'm always like, okay, so pretty much your light coverage. Like, I feel like they always throw in the medium to make it sound a bit more appealing, but this actually is light to medium coverage. And then I take a big fluffy brush. This is from Milk Makeup, and I just wipe off whatever remaining powder is left on my face. I love this next comment. I'm going through it right now. What are the best crystals for help? I love that. I love that. Okay, so I always recommend, like, if you're going through it and you feel like there's a lot of negativity around you, to get some black tourmaline or amethyst. They both do a great job at protecting you from negativity. Amethyst is just a little bit prettier to look at, has some other healing properties to it that black tourmaline doesn't have. So there hasn't really been any new bronzers that have come out that I like want to include. So I'm just gonna use this Colourpop one. This is Coconut Beach Pressed Powder. And again, even though it may not be new, it's new for me. I don't even think I've used this. Like, it doesn't even look used, you know? I'm gonna go in with this brush. This is actually a Kylie Cosmetics brush. Oh, whoa, there's a lot of fallout. There's a lot of fallout. Why did I get southern? I don't know. Okay, Kylie's brushes are the brushes that I feel like you cannot wash. Like, this brush feels ruined now. Like, it lost its firmness, and that should not be happening, especially with the price of her brushes. So the next question was, what advice would you give up-and-coming creators who have low self-esteem? I'm so glad you guys asked that, because I have extremely low self-esteem, and I also think it's a result of the men I have chosen to date before I met Riley. And that just goes to show that, like, who you surround yourself with affects you, well, completely. I'm not blaming my self-esteem on others. It's always been low. But I definitely think having crappy people in your life doesn't help. But I would say that there is only one you in the world. Nobody is gonna be like you. Everybody has something different to bring to the table, whether you do colorful looks, creative looks, whether you paint your entire body, whether you do soft glam, whether you're more into skincare, minimalist makeup. Like, there are so many things that brands look for. Not every person is gonna always fit a brand mold, and I'll be blatantly honest and tell you, like, there are some brands out there that I am dying to work with but won't even give me the time of day because I'm not their cup of tea. And maybe I'll get into that like one day, because I'm not like really in the mood to spill that much tea today. But you just gotta remember, like, nobody is like you. You're special no matter what anybody says. Don't ever let any other influencer or content creator make you feel less than what you are. And if they do, that says more about them than it does you. So, like, I think always staying humble and true to yourself, and like really putting in the time to be kind and conscious and like just a good old positive person, good things will come, because there's not a lot of that in this industry. And I'm not saying that I'm the kindest person out there. Like, that is not it. And there are a lot of other kind people in this industry. But I'm just saying, like, find what sets you apart from people and appreciate that. Because I always thought, like, oh, why don't I have resting bitch face? Or like, why can't I be fierce? Or like, why do people always think I'm cute? And you know what? I'd rather be known as cute and adorable and kind than a bitch. You know? Does that make sense? Am I just talking in circles? This brush is doing me so dirty. It dries quickly, y'all. You gotta work really fast. But, oh no. Yeah, it dries so quickly. Holy crap. No. Maybe if I put a little bit more. And a little goes a long way with this thing. That's as much as I put on it. You see that little dot in the center? Okay, that's better. I do like this color, and I do think your best way to apply it is gonna be with a brush. And it also added a little bit of a shininess. What am I saying? Gonna add whatever's left on my brush to my nose. All right, so let's do this treacherous under eye. And I'm just using whatever's left on my brush. And I'm not going crazy with it because, again, I really cannot wait to take this makeup look off. I'm gonna pop some more mascara on the bottom lashes. Again, using the Fenty Beauty. And last step is lippies. We're gonna use the new Le Monster Matte Lip Crayon, which I was a part of the campaign for House Labs. I'm gonna be going in with the shade Dust. These are so pigmented, so creamy, like the most comfortable matte formula in a lip crayon, a lipstick that I've ever used. Ooh, such a good shade. All right, let's finish this off. The new Fenty Beauty What It Do spray. I'm excited for this because I love a good dew spray. Do you guys see how nice that mister is? Okay, let's use it. This is my first time using it. Oh my God, that is so nice. The nicest mister I've ever used. And then I always top off my face with the Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water from Fresh Beauty. I specifically spray it in the areas where I'm the most dry. So like right in this area is really where I focus. And I don't go too far away, because I want to feel it, you know? Like you could see I'm kind of like drenched in it. That's good. And it doesn't break up your makeup or anything like that. This fan is from Amazon. Just type in portable fan. That's what I did. All right, let me zoom you guys on out and give you some of my final thoughts, even though you probably already know them. I think the things I liked the most was the Colourpop Brow Pencil, the new Makeup Forever foundations, the Forever Skin concealers. I'm a little bit on the fence with the CoverGirl Cream Blush. It is pretty. I do think I applied too much. There definitely is like a learning curve with this for sure, but I'm not writing it off because I think cream blushes are great, and I think any drugstore product that's like good is good. I definitely am gonna keep this with the products that were good in this video. I am warning you that you don't want to use a lot, and I think the best way to apply it is with a brush, and you want to do one cheek at a time so that you don't risk it drying too fast. Oh, and I love the House Labs lipsticks. The Fenty Beauty Dew Spray, I'm gonna have to like try out a little bit more to actually let you guys know, so stay tuned for that. I usually will update y'all on my Instagram stories, so make sure you follow me there. I was extremely disappointed in the Wired palette from Urban Decay. For better lack of words, this was horrible. It's swatched nice, but when you actually go to blend out shades, it literally disappears. Like, where is that cobalt blue? You know, this blue? Where is it in this eye look? It's nowhere to be found. And I went over it like 4 or 5 times. I really don't recommend this like at all. I'm just disappointed, like for a brand that literally created the electric palette that was so iconic. I just don't understand. And I also did not like the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. I felt like it was way too crunchy. However, the gel wasn't nearly as crunchy as this. So if you're looking for a drugstore gel, I definitely recommend this. I don't know why this dried so crunchy. Again, with the Milk Moisturizer, it's really hard for me to tell how my skin is gonna react to a moisturizer, so I don't really feel comfortable recommending it just yet. However, it did make my skin feel really nice. I didn't have a reaction to it, so I'll keep using it and also keep you guys updated on that as well. The Colourpop bronzer, the fallout was like a little bit too much. I honestly don't know if I would use it again. Like, I also feel like it's a little bit splotchy in some areas. And if you're in the market for a new drugstore liner, I really thought the Maybelline one was great. This is the Hyper Easy. But overall, not too shabby. I feel like we got 50-50 on products. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I answered your questions nicely. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so sorry this was such a long, lengthy video. I love you guys so much, and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!